A lot of people don't realize that there was a short time in the hip hop industry when a 50 Cent and Nas beef was almost sure to happen. Before the piggy bank disses and all of that stuff, you first heard Nas on a song with 50 Cent, that Who I Rep With. 50 being from Southside, Nas being from QB. At that time, I can at least say from the outside looking in from a fan's perspective that there was unity amongst Queens rappers. 50 was new over there at Columbia Records, trying to establish himself. Nas, by that time, was well established and a vet. All types of connections at that label. It looked like the sky was the limit for 50. And then, of course, he got into that situation that he got into with Preem and all of them, and got into the beef with Ja Rule. But, if y'all remember, Nas, in the midst of that beef where 50 Cent was going after Ja Rule, for a minute, Nas sided with Murder Inc. Please stay tuned for part 2 because I'm about to start cooking. Nas never feared 50. But he definitely respected him. At the height of 50's attack on Murder Inc., Nas linked up with him. They did the video, The Pledge. The perception was Nas was now associated with Murder Inc. And I don't think it was directly for him to be over there to come at 50. I think it was, to have a veteran like Nas from Queens over there on Murder Inc. It would definitely get 50 to fall back from some of the dissing or maybe ease some of the tension between the crews. You feel me? Because Nas been linked up. Even though he's from QB, he been linked up with a lot of dudes from Southside. A lot of people don't know. Nas brought 50 out on one of his first tours. Nas was over there at Columbia. He brought 50. He helped 50 make some moves over there at Columbia. So when Nas came out publicly and sided with Murder Inc., the possibility of a hip-hop civil war in Queens would have been crazy. But, I think with that investigation that was going on with Murder Inc. and the possibility of what that might bring spilling over into the streets, Nas was wise enough to be like, man, I'm going to just fall back from this and just keep doing me. Of course, by Nas coming out publicly, with a song called The Pledge with Murder Inc., 50 couldn't take that any other way other than, Nas is the opposition now. If they got history together, even though they from two different sides of Queens. 50 and Nas got history. That song, Who I Rep With Nas, 50 in Nature, 50 going on tour with Nas, 50 ending up over there on Columbia with Nas, so But I think 50 understood the politics of it. Murder Inc. was, Irv Gotti and Ja Rule are already heavyweights. What I'm talking about is them bringing Nas to the label. You feel me? It would have definitely made 50 Cent discrediting Murder Inc. a lot harder. Unfortunately for all of them investigations and stuff, that didn't work out. But when 50 came out and he said the line about Khalees and Nas in the song, that was 50 saying, I ain't really got no smoke with you, but I gotta take my shot back at you. And at that time, he was taking shots at everybody. Remember, he took shots at Mobb Deep, and later on went and signed him to G-Unit and gave him a fat contract too. So I don't even think it was no hating. Make sure y'all watch parts 1 and 2.